Welcome to another episode on our channel. I'm sorry we weren't able to get something up really early this morning. My husband was very sick yesterday, had a fever and everything. I managed to escape it, but and fingers crossed can continue to escape it. I know you've seen this figure before. I had fun putting it together. This is a complete custom on my end. I was able to get the robe. A lot of these pieces I think got from Monkey Depot. It could have been Rattlesnake Toys. It could have been Toy Anxiety. And some pieces could have come from eBay, like the head, for example. The armor is actually literally metal. It's very heavy. So if you aren't doing a good job balancing him out on the stand, he will fall over. The only thing that uh, my husband made, were these skeleton heads out of resin. From bangles or bracelets, I took the braids from one bangle and painted it black. If you super glue that together, it will hold together forever, and it looks quite good, just like that. And I did the same thing with the skeleton heads with the braided bangle pieces, just fit them over those sized heads. The robe is just a black robe. The cape is very beautiful. It's like burgundy plum colored in that particular shading. I think it really sets off the black exceptionally well. So the bracers came with the, actually, I had some different bracers. Didn't quite look right. Went back on one of these 3 websites and Monkey Depot, Rattlesnake Toys, Toy Anxiety, and found some bracers that would match. And I think he looks absolutely stunning, actually. The stand is basically a regular stand, but spray adhesive went on, and then sand and different things went on, and then more spray adhesive, more sand, and so forth. So it's built up, and it gives it a more rustic look. But more importantly, it gives the feet traction, which is very important because this thing is very heavy. And if there's no traction down there, he's going to fall over very easily. He has a what they call a crotch stand, that you kind of put the figure on top of it, and it's supposed to hold the figure up. It'd be better if it went around his body, the part of the stand that does connect with the body. But I don't have one of those for this guy, so I have to rely on the crotch grabber to do what it's supposed to do and hold him up, and the sand to give him traction so he doesn't fall over. And I have to try to line him up as best as I can so he doesn't fall over due to the weight as well. So you've seen him before, but I want to try something just a touch different from this typical look to give him 2 versions to use if I so choose. So we'll pause now and get him on stand just to see slightly different angles. You've seen him before, so I won't go through that whole process, and then we'll show you the new edition for him. We are back, and I've done a lot of customs over the years. This is probably my most favorite male custom, and I love this one for a number of reasons. Number one, the skull, I think, is well done. I love this look. I used a bangle to create the laurel wreath and the little ones around the skulls. I love that my husband had made 2 skeleton heads for me to put on this guy. I love that the armor is heavy and substantial, and it goes so well with the black robe. The contrast is perfect. The cape or the robe, the other robe, the exterior robe, is such a wonderful color. It just is such a nice contrast to the black. And the sword is a TB Leak sword of some form, but I actually had to paint it gold because it originally was silver and didn't match well. So everything now matches. The only imperfection is that I can't smush I could smush the head down further, but I think then it would make the neck look too small. So there is a little gap back there. I do see the same head with the body it does belong to on eBay, and I'm thinking about getting that one and replacing this so that it has the actual body and is a better fit. But other than that, I love it. I love that I used natural material here for the stand, and the only thing I have to be conscious about is the weight. Make sure it's lined up and doesn't tip over. So we'll go around. Just keep in mind there's a little imperfection there. You might see a little gap with the neck, but so you can see the colors. Just absolutely fantastic from my perspective. The black and this burgundy plum, whatever you want to call it, color, I think is just such a nice combo. He is leaning back, but I had to keep him standing. So that's my best effort here. I think we'll pause and get some tighter close-ups here and then here again, and then I'll show you the unique addition that I have for this figure. Here he is again, and let's go around again a second time. And like I said, there's a little gap there, but you might not be able to see it. I guess you can see it, yes. The colors, though, just so nice. All right, that's a good place to stop. We'll get a close-up of his face, and then I'll show you, like I said, the new edition. I think this head sculpt started out with a figure that was a military figure, maybe in the Middle East somewhere, but as a commander of some sort of ancient army, I think he looks absolutely stunning. So we'll pause now and I'll show you the additional attachment I can use with this figure. Here's an additional attachment. If you want the more dead look than the more live look, that would be this head, of course. Woo, there he is. Yeah, this is made out of resin. My husband made this particular skull, and it was actually a failed print. So one of the horns didn't print out, and I didn't want to waste the item. So I actually made the other part of the horn with something called Magic Sculpt. You actually take equal amounts and kind of really roll them together nicely. And then you have like 24 hours to work with it before it hardens. So it gives you plenty of time to do what you need to do in terms of creating something. And I think it came out quite well. My husband painted this bone white, and then I did a slight brown wash on the head. So this gives me two options of either going with the guy with the skeleton head or this guy. I do like this guy better, but it's just another nice option. So yeah, and it's still a work in progress, I should say, in the sense that the hole needs to be a little bit deeper so that it can kind of fall down a bit better on the neck. So yeah, it's a work in progress, but I was so excited that the horn actually turned out halfway decent, and with just a little more kind of drilling down here, we can get a better fit with the head, and I think I'll be done with this figure. So yeah. So if you see a head on eBay and you want to kind of recreate this kind of look, Some places you might go, again, eBay, for skulls and or appropriate head sculpts that you think would look good with this kind of stuff. You can get obviously the clothing and things like this on eBay as well. Monkey Depot can be a nice source for accessories as well as rattlesnake toys, as well as toy anxiety, black eye toys. There's several across the internet that can be very helpful in terms of certain accessories that will just make a figure custom, same. And this is my favorite one. So we'll pause and say our goodbyes. Just for informational purposes, my husband estimates that a skull like this would probably be $1 or less to make with a resin maker. It is a cool skull, I have to say that. You have to find the right model that's going to work for you, and this is the one that works for me with this guy. So, but the reality is, even though this is a nice touch to have as an option, I'm probably going to keep him with this head and just have him holding this or something else. So anyway, I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, have a great day and stay healthy. All right. Bye-bye.